Hey you guys, it's your boy Ivan from Team Over 8000 bringing you here today for a Yang Zing deck profile. So without further ado, let's get started. So for our first tuners of the deck, we run two Chi Wens. I'll run three because with two, as long as one of them's in the graveyard, if one of your Yang Zing monsters get destroyed by battle or card effect, then you can special summon it by its own effect, and you could start setting up a synchro play on your opponent's turn. Three Jiaotus, because if you open up with it and discard two Yang Zing cards, then you can special summon two Yang Zing monsters, one with 0 attack and one with 0 defense. And that alone makes this a must have in your opening hand and set up a synchro play first turn. Three Bixies, because being unaffected by trap cards is always good. BN, it makes your single monster not be destroyed by battle, which is pretty good. Swannies, because you need a beat stick, because Yangzing monsters are pretty weak, so this allows you to have a 1900 beat stick off the back, and your synchro monster gains 500 attack. Many people would underestimate that 500, but it comes in handy. Now for our one-ofs of the Yangzing monsters, we run one Pulau, one Tao Tai, one Zephraniu, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing these names wrong. I don't even know myself. Uh, so the reason why I run one Pulau is even though if you synchro summon using him and your monster is unaffected by spells, he is a level 1. So you're not going to be synchro summoning with them all the time. And I run one Tao Tai because if he's only here against Shadal matchups, because that 2200 is the same as Winda, so you just crash into Winda and you get rid of Winda and you get a monster too, and that's always good. Zephraniu, I only have him here because he has a big ass, and if he gets destroyed by battle or card effect, I search a Yang Zing spell trap, which if it's on the field with 2600 defense, your opponent is either going to have to use a big beat stick, which most decks don't really have, uh, or a Raigeki, which I don't mind if they use it on discard, which I'm perfectly okay with. Then I'll just search a Yangzing Path or Creation. And that wraps it up for my Yangzing monsters. Now for my two not Yangzings, I use two Effect Veilers, because Monster Negation will win you games, as you'll see with my other cards that I run in the deck. Moving on to my spells, I use three paths, because having your own pot of avarice is always good. One Dark Hole and one Raigeki. Dark Hole, because if you destroy your own monsters, then you could get other monsters, and you destroy your opponent's too. So you can set up a synchro play while also getting rid of your opponent's field. And Raigeki is only there because if you already have a synchro monster on the field, and then you don't want to destroy it with Dark Hole. Moving on, Book of Moon, because it could be defensive and offensive. Soul Charge, for when you want a synchro play right away. A Galaxy Cyclone. I don't see this being used outside of Burning Abyss or Inferno decks, which is weird to me, but I can understand why. Because MST is better, I don't know. I prefer Galaxy Cyclone because if they have a Deep Fissure out and this card is in the graveyard, then I can just banish it and destroy Deep Fissure or whatever floodgate is stopping me from completing my plays. Moving on to the traps, we have three Yangzing creations, because if you have at least two on the field, then chances are it's you're gonna win that game. That's how good creation is. To Oasis, it's a call to Haunted, but in defense mode, which I don't mind them being in defense because they have pretty weak attack other than Bien and Swanee. Two breakthroughs, which goes along with my monster negation wins games, which also brings out these two cards. Skill drain, lose one turn. MVPs of the deck. Skill drain does not affect you at all. Just synchro summon with Bixie, and your synchro monster is unaffected by traps. So you can use their effects. They don't go to defense with lose one turn. Just synchro summon with Bixie, and it doesn't hurt you at all. For my one-ups, you use Jar of Avarice, Torrential, Compulse, Mistake, Bottomless, and Vanities. Jar of Avarice is only in here for late game when I want to recycle my paths. Torrential is only in here because it's amazing. If you synchro summon using Bixie, then this becomes a dark hole on your opponent's turn, which is pretty amazing. Compose, because it's compose. Mistake, I only have one in here because I only have one. I'll probably get another one. I'll probably pick up two more, but I'll side them for the next regionals. Bottomless, Vanities, because, yeah, staples. Moving on to the extra deck, I have Chao Fang because a one-sided skill drain is always good, and if it gets destroyed, then you could just search Effect Veiler if you don't have a Chi Wen or Ji Jiaotu. Two Boxias. If you don't know what this does, it's upon summoning, it's a Madoche Tiaramasu, depending on how many attributes you use for the synchro summon. And also, you could destroy one of your own cards and target a level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard. Destroy the first card and special summon the level 4 or lower. Yazi helps get rid of floodgates too because, one, it can't be targeted. And the second effect, you target a Yang Zing monster you control, and a card your opponent controls, destroy both of them, and you'll just plus off the monster that you destroyed. And if this card is destroyed, then it floats, so you just special summon one from the deck. Moving on to my non-Yang Zing synchros. Two Heralds, because Herald and Boxia is amazing. It's a one negation per turn. One Armades. I always make this. Every game, no matter what, I make this. One Metaphys Horus. One Goyo. One Black Rose. One Clearwing. One Crimson Blader. One Trish. One Leo. And one Star Eater. The extra deck is pretty much up to you. I've seen some people run Xyz in here, but me, I consider this a synchro deck, so I didn't want to run Xyz. Sure, I could have gotten rid of Crimson Blader and Metaphys Horus and then Herald of the Arc Light and trade them in for like a Castell, a 101, or whatever staple, Nexon. But I'd rather this be a synchro based deck. And moving on with the giveaway. Since this is my first video and you guys know me as Ivan, I was thinking if you guys would think of a name for me. I know it sounds weird, but I don't know, I just want to see how creative you guys are. And I know it's going to be hard, but just try to think about a name for me, and I'll pick the best one. And if out all of the people who chose a name. I'll pick the best one, and they'll win a UA core deck. Now, it's not all of them, but it's the main core, which all you pretty much need is staples, and you already have a complete UA deck. I'm gonna post pictures of it on Instagram, and if you don't like UAs, then I also have these: Light Imprisoning, Breakthrough, Photon Strike Bouncer, and Mind Crush. You'll get these along with the UA monsters. Well, the UA core. So, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and also follow us on Instagram at TeamOver8000. And thanks.